I've got my ice cream beauty box, so if you want to see what's inside and how it all looks on, then stay tuned. Hi and welcome to our channel. My name is Tracy. Clay and Bid are in the other room, as is Dexter, our newest addition. But if you're new, welcome. Thanks so much for checking us out. And if you're returning, thank you so much for being a part of our YouTube family. So this is the most recent ice cream beauty box that I've received. I don't know if it was October or November. I tend to get it towards the end of the month. So I'm thinking this might be October that I got and just hadn't had a chance to open, but we'll find out. So this is mostly makeup. Sometimes there's like one skincare item. It might be like an eye cream or I don't know, could be anything. But typically you're primarily getting makeup in this box. So it's a very makeup forward box. And it is a lot of indie brands, and everything that I've come across has been cruelty-free or vegan, which would also be cruelty-free. And there's always a palette in here. There's always an eyeshadow palette, usually from some really cool indie brand. All right, let's see. This is October. So I don't know. I get mine later than I think other people do. I don't know why, but the theme is trick or treat. I believe there were two palettes you could choose from. I believe I chose both. Now your sneak peek isn't going to tell you much of anything, so let's get rid of some of that. Okay, so there now is your sneak peek. And I'm going to throw some glasses on so I can read. So the first thing we have looks like a very sparkly lippy, and it looks like Manna Kadar maybe from the design there. Let's see, I could be wrong. No, it's Aether. It is not Manna Kadar. It is Aether Beauty, and this is a bonus item. So usually there's 5, so this will be a 6th item, and it is their crystal infused lip gloss, and it retails for $14. And it says it has a supernatural shine and positive energy. Oh, okay, it does say Aether Beauty right there. Can you guys even see that? I didn't see it. And I looked at this like a good 3 times. So I want to give you a close-up. I don't know if it's picking up all of the sparkles in here, but it's super sparkly. All right, so it's kind of clear, but with this gorgeous sparkle, which I don't know if my light's picking up as well as I would like, but excited for that. And that is a $14 value. Next, by Charmacy Milano, we have the CMC Neo Glow Liner. So I don't know if that is lip or eye. The color is Blush Aurora. And it says that this is a multi-chrome liquid liner by Charmacy, $21 value. It's a color shifting liquid liner that glides on smoothly, transforming from one bewitching hue to another with every flick of your eyes. Okay, because it still wasn't telling me, but finally it did say eyes. Now Charmacy is one of those brands that you don't like see out in like Ulta or Sephora. They do sell it on Amazon, and they do a lot of multi-chromes and dual chromes. So I'm always excited when I see some Charmacy in here because I think I'm going to get some little shiftiness. All right, that looks kind of thick for a liner. Oh, it's okay. I mean, I guess I did see liquid liner on there, but all right, that is interesting. So I don't know if you're, oh, there we go. Yeah, we just picked it up. Now you see it. All right, this is good lighting for that. Now, I don't know if these were in, like if different people got different shades, if there was like a variety and you got whatever was picked, it doesn't say. So I'm going to guess that we all got the same shade, but I'll have to watch other people's videos. Next, by ZC. Now, this is a company out of China, and their packaging is typically so interesting. Like they really go all out on making things pleasing to put on top of your makeup stand. This is the Interstellar Highlight Powder Living Colorfully. So I'm guessing that Living Colorfully is the color. We did get one of these in the past years ago, but I don't recall what color it was, or it was at my house, so it's probably packed up somewhere. Oh, this definitely wasn't it though. This definitely wasn't it, because I would have remembered if it had cool swirlies. Let me just, all right, first of all, let's take in the packaging. All right, so we have what looks like a planet there, and then look at the swirl in there. So pretty. So I put some on my hand right here, so it's in between where that gloss was, and that is some Interstellar Shine. Next, by Beauty Creations. Now this brand has very affordable makeup. If you're looking for affordable makeup, check out their website. They have great prices. You can also often find this brand at TJ Maxx or Marshall's, and they do great stuff at a great price point. I'm talking like $5 a lot of times for things. And oh, I didn't tell you how much the ZC. Sorry, let's go back to this. This is the Space Highlighter, and it is $35. It says it can also be used as a blush. Okay, so back to this. This is the Plump and Pout Lip Plumping Booster. It does look like it's a clear. Now, you know, I love lip plumpers. This is Legally Hot. It's a $7, like I said, $7 value, okay? And it's a fiery lip plumper that's going to tingle with a spicy sensation, giving your lips that irresistible full moon worthy pout. This is designed to tingle or lightly burn. That's how you know it's working. If it feels too strong, go ahead and stop, it says. All right, let's check it out. Now, there's a part of me that wants to set this aside, but there's another part of me that says, you can always buy another one and set it aside for a Christmas present for my niece. But there's another part of me that says, you know what, it's $7. If you love it, go out and buy another one for her. It's no big deal. But you guys should see how it works, because $7, right? So, you know, we know how the Natasha Denonas work. We know how some of these kind of prestige brands, I'll call them prestige brands. I don't know, maybe you consider them luxury brands. I'm not really sure what the difference is, but you know, we know how those work. We know how they look. Everybody loves them. Everybody wears the different, you know, Natasha Denona, and well, I don't even know if she has a lip plumper, but the Tarte, like I love my Tarte, but it's $21. So for $7, you know, how is that going to work? And you guys are also probably going to know how much it tingles. All right, so I think Legally Hot is the shade, because it definitely does have a shade. It says it's going to tint and hydrate, volumize. It has vitamin E, and it's gluten-free. So you can see in here there is some color. It's cute how it looks like a filler, like a needle, like you're going to give yourself filler. Okay, you do have to turn it. So there is like this little, I don't know if you can see, but there is like a little thing to turn so that you're not struggling with yours like I was with mine. And wowza. All right. Now, the owner does try to put everything together to give you like one cohesive look. So these things are all supposed to go together too. All right, next we have a sheet mask. It's the Mo Mattifier Oil Control Mask. It's 100% biodegradable and antibacterial tensile fabric, and it has calendula in it. It is a one piece, so sometimes they have the two pieces, and it says, look honey, if you need some balance in your life, try me. It's got calendula and niacinamide. Those are going to give you a balanced complexion and leave your skin shine free. It also helps to fight acne, control oil, and address discomfort like redness, dryness, all while protecting hydrating. All right, so I think you're gonna leave it on for 20 minutes. I think I'm gonna give this to my daughter, because yes, I can use hydrating, but we have so many different products like that. So, so many face masks, but because this one helps with acne, I think I'm going to set it aside for her, because I'm not going to put that on tonight anyway. and that is a $6 value for just one mask. All right, so we have two palettes, a trick one and a treat one. These are by Beauty Moon Cosmetics. We've gotten other palettes from Beauty Moon. Really like their products. They're each valued at $30. One has rich, moody shades for mysterious looks, and the other is bursting with candy-inspired colors for sweet glam. These beautiful palettes were designed by Doodles by the Bunny, an amazing artist who creates beautiful artwork for many brands. We also teamed up with Beauty Moon for an amazing brand based in the UK. Oh, we also teamed up with Beauty Moon, an amazing brand based in the UK. Now, one of the things I want to tell you, because I know tariffs is kind of affecting, right, the makeup community. So some of these brands have actually worked with US companies, and what they're doing is they're shipping their products to warehouses. So like, I'm a US based beauty brand and I've got extra room in my warehouse. I might allow Beauty Moon to send some stuff to my warehouse, and this is going to avoid tariffs on your part. So a lot of these indie companies would go bankrupt if not for kind of the working together. So thank you to the beauty community for just looking out for each other. I think that's amazing. I mean, not just to get makeup to me, but to keep these people who work really hard to get their brand out there and to do something, to do their passion, and then to lose it all because of foolishness, to me is just heartbreaking. So I'm so excited to have brands here that are willing to do that. All right, so first we have the Trick palette. Now, I want to show you, see where those are all white? Those are all little, like, foam things, because your duochromes, your multi-chromes, they're very, very soft. So this helps keep them from shifting in travel. So good job. I expect they're all going to be fantastic. And they are, not one problem in the bunch. All right, so I wish other brands were as... There you go, you can see better there. I can see there's like a little shadow, no shadow. So I wish other brands were as thoughtful, because it's disappointing to get a product that is broken, you know? And even if they're going to make it right, it's still disappointing. You know, one of the previous ones, I had two broken palettes. They sent me refills, but one of the refills was still even broken because it needs to be packed better, I guess. All right, so let's look at these multi-chromes. We're going to go into that white one first, and then the green. Oh, the green one's called Slime Slushy. The white one is Ghastly Glow. Then we have the orange Pumpkin Flame, and then the Enchanted Amethyst. All right, so here they all are in their glory. I can already see some shift, so I'm already excited. I don't know, are they supposed to be multi-chromes? Let me just look at that again. Did I read that? Right, the purple definitely has some flip in there. I was definitely picked up that, like a pinky kind of color. The others, though, I'm not really seeing anything, so they may just be shimmers. And then I like to repack them just how I got them to keep them all snug and safe. And then the Treat palette. It doesn't say if they are multi-chromatic, but I feel like at least that purple one was. Right, again, very well packed. And I think this is a more versatile palette than the first one, but I will definitely use both. Now there's definitely a metallic. So this one right here is a gorgeous metallic. And then the pink one is definitely multi-chromatic. I can already pick that up. Sorry about the shadow. So this one here is very light, you can see, but all right, so I'm actually going to go with the Trick palette. And the reason I'm doing that is to show you how you can take something that really looks like it's not everyday friendly and make it more everyday friendly. If I can get it off my hands and arm. Okay, let's start off with a little bronzer because there wasn't any in here, which bronzer is kind of a hard thing to kind of pick out for somebody anyway, because different shades are going to look different on different skin tones. Because I'm somewhat of a fairer skin tone, it is, you know, I have to go with fairer colors. Whereas with blush, you can really kind of play with almost any color. So I'm just going to use my Charlotte Tilbury one. This is in the fair shade, right? Fair light, I think it is. Yeah, fair. And this thing, I don't even know. I mean, does it have an expiration date? I don't know, maybe. I've had it for quite a while, at least a year. And I mean, I've barely made a dent in it, but it's still going strong. So doesn't have any bad scent or anything. So I think a lot of makeup, like skincare, I get, but a lot of makeup's gonna last a lot longer than you think it is. I mean, I have eyeshadows from like, I'm not even gonna lie, I got some Bare Mineral loose ones from like the 90s that I still use, and they're still perfectly good. So, all right, so it says you can use this as a blush or a highlighter. So I'm gonna use it as a blush highlighter combo. So very light. Got that all put away. This is one nice thing about doing like makeup in here because I can just put everything right away. I don't have to carry stuff back and forth. I'm liking this. I know you got the clothes over there. You get a little bit of the mirror right here, but we're gonna make do. All right, so we're gonna go into Trick, and I think we're gonna get a real treat. So I'm gonna start with an overall color with the most neutral one here, which is this green one. Now I know that doesn't look very neutral, but we're gonna make it work. And I'm gonna use this new brush. I got this in my Ipsy advent calendar, and it's super cute. And we're just gonna lightly go in with this. And then we can just build. All right, so not so gas. So I'm going to take this Trish McAvoy eyeliner in black, but it's a really smooth gel type. And I'm just going to go in and do some tight lining right in here. That's going to thicken up your lash line. I know I say this all the time. All right, and then instead of doing like a big cat eye, because I do have this hood here, I don't want it to look wonky. So what I've been doing is just kind of doing just a little bit of a flick there. Now it has a smudger, so if you do like I did and you got just a little more than you wanted, we can just go in there and smudge. Come back over here. Now we're going to take this Charmacy liner that I got, and the reason I'm doing this before I put on any of the sparkly, shiny type stuff is that I find that I have a hard time using a liquid liner over top of that. They just don't really want to work together. So I'm going to just kind of come in on the side here. Bear with me, it's going to get better. Now I'm going to use this gray right here, and I'm going to go in with this type of brush. I was between that and the purple, but I think because I want to go more day to day, and again, not dark at all in here. You can certainly build, particularly if like you went to work and you wanted to make it a little bit more for the evening. But I thought the purple would definitely kind of, the green, the purple, the pink, like that might start to look a little bit more of not an everyday look, right? And I want to get you to work without your boss saying, what's up with that, right? So that's what we want to do. All right, my favorite part, that is where I come in with the finger and I just pat a little right there. Then I'm going to use that purple because, well, because I like purple. We want to do a little blending. Then I'm going to use that orange color and just kind of come up here. Now I'll tell you what else I could have used. I could have used that highlighter. Now I'm going to take this thicker blush brush just to kind of do some blending. All right, so very, very light, as you can see, very light look. Now I don't typically do much underneath my eyes because I've got a little bit of older skin, and so that tends to set in the creases. My daughter can do it and look great, but you know, she has very young skin. Well, I don't. So the rest of that. Okay, for mascara, I picked this up for my Affordable Beauty collab with the Sassy Divas, and this is the e.l.f. Lash Extender. Now, go over a little secret. And because we're talking affordable, I'm going to grab this. This is a Maybelline Lash Sensational Mascara. I got this from Steph over at Busy Beauty, and this is kind of considered a more affordable one. It's a curling one. All right, so first we curl and give a little volume. All right, so first you do that. Then you take your tubing mascara. And this rivals the Thrive. I'll tell you that. If you love Thrive, this rivals it. I would definitely say that you could get this and get the same kind of effect. All right, so look, it's bananas how much that just does. So first you want to do your curling, your volumizing, then you want to go and you want to tube, and then it comes off all together like tubing mascara. So no scrubbing. I just use a little bit of a cleansing balm and it just comes right off. All right, so I'm going to take this. Now, you know I usually use my $1 Billion Brow, but I want to kind of show you some different products. I don't remember what product this is, though, so I'm going to have to look. All right, this is Base Blue. It is their Micro Precision Pencil, and it is in the shade 02. So that is right there. I'm trying to like find where it's not shady. And then first, we always want to brush. And now one of the things you really want to do when you're doing your brows is you want to kind of give the illusion of a lifted eye, right? So we're not going to follow it down. We're going to make it look like it's a little bit more lifted to change the shape of our eyes. And now I have brows that are blonde and brown and just all kinds of crazy. And then if you just go through that spoolie again, what you're going to do is just kind of clean it up, blend it all in. All right, let's get to this lip product. I'm so excited to try this. It's like a little lip injection. Oh, that does burn. Yeah. If you don't like a burn, you will not like this at all. It is definitely like you just had some hot sauce. You don't want to transfer this color onto this, right? So what I do is I put some, try to like get it all nice and goopy here. And then when I feel like I've got enough of a goop, I just do that. Now you can also just kind of put it directly on your fingers. All right, so while we're waiting to see if that works, I did get some gloss on. Not as much as I would have liked. This isn't as goopy as I would have liked it to be. So I may have to just bite the bullet. Hit a speak and put it right on. And hope it doesn't pick up too much color. So while we're waiting to see if this plumps, I'm just going to kind of put a little a little curl in my hair, but not much. I'm going to spray some thermal protection here. This is the Glass Hair by Laneige. Mainly because I ran out of my dry bar, which I like better because it's an aerosol, but I just haven't been out to buy more, and I like to go check Marshall's first because oftentimes Marshalls will have that kind of stuff. All right, and then this is by Laneige also, and this is their curling brush, and this just kind of gives like a light curl. I like to hold it in place for a few seconds and then twirl it out. Oh guys, that's working. And I really like this has a little thing so I can hang it off of this little stand I have. All right, so one thing I love about that particular one is that it just really kind of gives a natural curl. And then the closest thing to Aquanet, some sexy hair. And good to go. All right, well, tell me your thoughts. I do like the palettes that I used. I think both of them would be easy to kind of do an everyday look with, but then you could also really glam it up, which is what I love, to kind of be able to have that little difference day or night, glam it up. But I am going to do some more filming, and so I wanted to just get a quick makeup look together. All right, well, tell me all your thoughts, and please consider hitting that like, subscribe, and notification bell. It is totally free to subscribe. There are no fees at all. So if you like this kind of content, maybe you want to hit that like for me and the subscribe. All right, well, thank you so much, and hopefully I'll see you soon.